In this demo, we're going to showcase how Nevermind works together with the Google Agent-to-Agent communication protocol that allows agents to communicate with each other, discover each other, and discover what capabilities each agent provides. It also is working with the Google Agent Payment Protocol that specifies how agents communicate payment intents with each other. And we're also going to use the X402 Payment Method, which will actually enforce the payments. So in this demo, we will have a user. This user configured a client agent with its Nevermind credentials. So now the client agent is able to request permissions to Nevermind on behalf of the user. And then we will have a merchant agent that is selling goods. So in the demo, what we're gonna see is the user asking the client agent to buy a certain item. The client agent is gonna discover the merchant agent, and it's gonna forward that request to the merchant agent, and the merchant agent will raise an exception saying that for this particular prompt a payment is required, and it's gonna return the payment requirements in the X402 format. At that point, the client agent will show to the user that a payment is required and ask for his approval, and if the user approves, the client agent is going to generate an X402 token that basically has all the permissions to perform the payments, matching the payment requirements, and the client agent will then redo the prompt and now with the payments with the X402 token to the merchant agent. So now the merchant agent sees that there's a payment payload in the message, and it's gonna call the Nevermind facilitator to verify that the token is correct and it matches all, and it has all the required permissions matching the payment requirements. And in this case, we're gonna be using USDC. So the Nevermind facilitator will also check the permissions on chain to see if the user has enough balance and so on. And if the verification is correct, the merchant agent will then do the work it has to do, or dispatch an order. And after the work is done, is gonna settle the payment by calling the Nevermind facilitator, which in this case will then settle the payments on chain. And it then returns the payment receipt and the success message to the client agent, which then sends it to the user. So to start this demo, we're gonna start merchant agent, and we're gonna also start the client agent. And this demo is using the agent development kit. So we will select the client agent and we will request to buy an item. So now at this stage, the client agent is listing all the remote agents to try to find a merchant agent that sells a laptop, and then it sends a message to the merchant agent, and the merchant agent will reply back saying a payment is required. And if we see the messages, the X402 payload, we can see that this particular merchant for this request accepts two different payment methods. One is a credits plan where the merchant is saying for this request I need 2 credits, or also another payment method is pay-as-you-go plan, which for demo purposes is going to charge the user 1 cent USDC. So the user now chooses a payment method, let's say the credit payment. Now the client agent sends this message back to the merchant agent, and at this point the merchant agent is verifying the payment, and then doing the work before returning the message. So now the merchant payment actually settled the payment, and we can see the transaction on chain. In this case, it burned 2 credits on behalf of the user. So the X402 token is giving the merchant agent permissions to burn 2 tokens, which is what the merchant requested. Now we can try again with the second payment method. The second payment method is a pay-as-you-go plan, so we're gonna select that. And we can check that there was a 1 cent USDC payment that was sent from the user with the delegated permissions to the Nevermind smart contract, which then does the distribution of funds. So 1% goes to Nevermind is the fee, and the remaining goes to the merchant. So that's it.